అందరికీ నమస్కారములు. సర్వేభ్యో నమస్కారः. శ్రీ గురుభ్యో నమః. శ్రీ సరస్వత్యై నమః. Today is another episode or class on Samskrutam learning. Today is very important topic by Sri AHP Rao garu. So let us start the session with paying our respects to our country by reciting Vande Mataram by Chala Chittibabu garu. After that, we will proceed for Prarthana. Let us request Chala Chittibabu garu to recite Vande Mataram, please.
Vande Mataram, Vande Mataram, Sujalam Sufalam, Malayajasi Talam, Sasya Syamalam Mataram, Vande Mataram. Subrajosna pulakitayamini pullakusumita drumadala shobhini suhasini sumadhura bhashini sukhadam varadam mataram Vande Mataram. Vande Mataram.
Vande Mataram. ధన్యవాదములండి చిట్టిబాబు గారు. Thank you so much. Now let us request Srinivas garu to chant Prarthana, please.
Sarvebhyo Mahajanebhyo Namo Namaha. 1 minute meditation followed by 3 times Omkara. Om Gananam Tva Ganapatigam Havamahe Kavim Kavinamupamashravastamam Jyeshtarayam Brahmanam Brahmanaspata Anashranvanotibhissidasadanam Om Shri Mahaganadhipataye Namaha. Om Prano Devi Saraswati Vajabhirvajinivati Dhinama Vitriyavatu. Om Shri Mahasaraswatyai Namaha. Gurureva Gati Gurumeva Bhaje Gurunaiva Sahasmi Namo Gurave Naguro Paramam Sisurasmi Guru Matirasti Guru Mam Pahi Guru. Gnananandamayan devam nirmalaspatikakrutim Adharam sarva vidyanam hayagrivamupaasmahe Shruti smruti purananam alayam karunalayam Namami bhagavatpada shankaram lokashankaram Shankaram shankaracharyam keshavam badarayanam Sutra bhashya krutau vande bhagavantah punah punaha Ishvaro Gururatmeti Murti Bheda Vibhagine Vyoma Vadvyapta Dehaya Dakshina Murtaye Namaha. Om Asatoma Sadgamaya Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya मृत्योर्मा अमृतं गमय। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। मातृदेवो भव, पितृदेवो भव, आचार्यदेवो भव, अतिथिदेवो भव। ॐ सहना भवतु, सहनौ भुनक्तु, सह वीर्यं करवावहै, तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। हरिः ओम। श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः।
శ్రీ గురుభ్యో నమః. హరి ఓం. ధన్యవాదములండి శ్రీనివాస్ గారు. థ్యాంక్ యూ సో మచ్. అండ్ నౌ లెట్ us request AHP రావు గారు to start the webinar, please.
हरि ओम. नमस्कारः. स्वागतं सर्वेभ्यः. पठामि संस्कृतं नित्यं, वदामि संस्कृतं सदा, ध्यायामि संस्कृतं सम्यक्, वन्दे संस्कृतमातरं. संस्कृतस्य प्रसाराय नैजं सर्वं ददाम्यहं. संस्कृतस्य सदा भक्तो वन्दे संस्कृतमातरं. संस्कृतस्य कृते जीवन्, संस्कृतस्य कृते यजन्, संस्कृतस्य कृते जन् आत्मानमाहुतं मन्ये. वन्दे संस्कृतमातरं, वन्दे संस्कृतमातरं, वन्दे संस्कृतमातरं. हरिः ओम्. अच्छा, नवमपाठः परिचयभागे वयं किञ्चित् मुख्यविषयम् अद्य आरम्भं कुर्मः. इति किञ्चित् ध्यानेन शृणोतु. जाग्रत्तगा प्लीज़ हियर केर्फुली. Is a very important topic of the subject of the Parichaya Bhaga, and how to write the sentences, etc. is more useful. Dhatu Prayogam is being explained now. This is the 9th lesson. I am just sharing the lesson now. Please hold. Harihi Om. As you all know, we have got only 2,100 dhatus, and from those 2,100 dhatus, some crores of sabdas have been prepared, generated by various applications of Ashtadhyayi Vyakaranam by Panini. These rules are applying certain pratyayas such as Subantas, etc. We already learned in Pravesha. Subantas, etc. will make sabdas, that is Rama, Sita, like that. That is one type of pratyayas. Another type of pratyayas, Tigantas, by using Tigantas, the same dhatus, 2,100 dhatus only, from that only we make verbs. From the Subantas we make Namvachika, Sarvanama, Visheshana and Avyaya Sabdas. From Tigantas we make verbs, Kriya Rupas. So that's how using all these 5 we make the sentences. But the action is very important in the sentence. The Kriya is very important. So the Kriya Rupas, one set of Kriya Rupas we learned as Tigantas. Out of 10 Tigantas we learned only Lakaras. 10 lakaras. 10 Tiganta Rupas are lakaras. 10 lakaras, we learnt only 5 lakaras. Those 5 lakaras are Lat is Vartamana Kalaha. That is, if you take Pat as Dhatu, base Dhatu, root Dhatu, Pat, Pathati is the Vartamana Kala Rupam for the Prathama Purusha Ekavachana Kriya Rupam. Prathama Purusha Ekavachana Kriya Rupam, Pathati. Pat, Pathati. Pat Dhatu, Mula Dhatu. So this Pathati is the Lat Laka. Then Lang Lakaram, second Lakaram, Lang Lakaram, Bhutakalam. That Bhutakalam is Apatat. Then Bhavishyat Kalam, Patishyati. And then fourth one is Praranarthakam, to encourage somebody to do something. That is Praranarthakam, Agna, Prardhana. That is the Lot Lakaram. That is Patatu. Patati is the Vartamana Kalam. Apatat is Bhutakalam. Patishyati is Bhavishyat Kalam. Patatu is the Praranarthakam. And fifth one is Sambhavanarthaka Vidhiling. You are supposed to do it, the action will be happen, doesn't happen, it's got a Sambhavana, it's got a some Shat, perhaps is there. That's how doubt is there. That is Sambhavanarthaka Vidhiling, Pathet. He may read, he may not read also. So Pathet is the fifth one we learned. There are some more 5 lakaras are there, plus late lakara is there for Vedas. Total 11. So these 5 are sufficient for us. What we learned, these 5. These 5 are sufficient for us for normal usage of our Samskruta Sambhashana and usage of the general talking between the people and understanding the Shastras, basic Shastras. May not be Vedas, but basic Shastras you can understand. So, other than this, while you making sentences, we need some more prayogas of action. They are being used with Krut Dhatu, Krut Prachayam, Shimita. Krut Prachayam. They are made with Krut Prachayam. These Krut Prachayam also we learned 4 in Pravesha. That is one Tavatu. That one Prachayam we learned. That is Vartama Bhotakala Kriya Rupam, but in Namavachika Swarupam. Changes with the Linga. Doesn't change with Purusha. Paditavan, Paditavati, Paditavat, like that. Ramaha Paditavan, Sita Paditavati, Mitram Paditavat. Like that we learned one set of Tavatu Prachayam. That is Krut Prachayam. These Krut Prachayas called Krudantas. These Krudantas, some more Krudantas we learned in Parchaya. In Pravesha, what we learned 4 Krudantas I told. That is one Tavatu and next 3 Avyaya Rupa Krudantas we learned. Avyaya Rupa Krudantas are Tva, Lep and Tuman. Tva and Lep of one category which says the completed work before starting a second work. That is the Tva Prachayam and Lep Prachayam. Tva Prachayam is used for normal Kriya without Upasarga, having prefix. Some verbs are having prefix. That Upasarga also we learned in Pravesha, Upasarga Prayoga Kriyas. Patati, Prapatati, Harati, Samharati, like that. So this Gachati, Agachati. So A is the Upasarga. So these Prachayas, when Upasarga is not there, for the same Prayogam of completing one Kriya and starting second Kriya, we use Tva Prachaya. That is second Krudanta we learned. And third one we learned for Upasarga Kriyas. That is Agachati, Samharati, like that, Prapatati, for those things. By using Lep Prachayam, this Prapatati becomes Prapatya and Samharati becomes Samhrutya. The Yakaram comes and Agachati becomes Agatya. Tva doesn't come. Tva is for Upasarga, without Upasarga Kriyas. Lep Prachayam is for with Upasarga. The application is same. In both the cases, one Kriya is completed, second Kriya is starting. Then completed Kriya is told like this. That is Tva and Lep Prachayas. These are the 2 Avyaya Rupas. This doesn't change in any form, in any way in the sentence. Whatever way you use, that means whatever Karta is there, whatever Karma is there, this Kriya Rupam doesn't change. These things are normally used. And third one is Tuman. Tuman is intention Purva Kriya, Uddesya Purvaka Kriya. We are doing some work now with the intention of achieving something, doing some things afterwards. So that what we are going to do afterwards, after doing this work, present work, is being told now itself. That is Tuman Prachayam. Patitum Gachami. I am going now. What for I am going? Patitum. For reading I am going. So that reading, Patitum is Tuman Prachayam, Uddesya Purva Kriya, intention Purva Kriya. That is also we learned. These 4 we learned in Pravesha. All these 4 are also called Krudanta Prachaya, Rupa Kriyas. And out of all the 4, first one is Vartamana Kala, Bhotakala Rupam, but Namavachaka Rupam. That means it will have Vibhakti Rupas, it will have Vachana Vedas, it will have Linga Vedas, but not Purusha Veda. Do not a change with Purusha. Aham Paditavan, Tvam Paditavan, Saha Paditavan. With Purusha doesn't change. Prathama Purusha is Saha or Ramaha. Ramaha Paditavan. Tvam Paditavan, Madhyama Purusha. Aham Paditavan, Uttama Purusha. So it doesn't change with respect to Purusha. But whereas if you use Patati Kriya, it changes. How? Saha Patati, Tvam Patasi, Aham Patami. So that is changing with Purusha but doesn't change with the Lingam. Saha Patati, Sa Patati, Tat Patati. Now all the three lingas that is used as Patati only. So that is the difference between the Lakara Prichaya and Krudanta Prichaya, the basic reference. That is Kriya Rupam, basic Kriya Rupam, Pradhana Kriya. That's why Lakara Kriyas are called Pradhana Kriyas. These Krudanta Kriyas, Namavachaka Rupa Kriyas, it also indicates action only, but they are used as a Namavachaka Rupa. So they are used as Apradhana Kriyas, Asamapaka Kriyas, sometimes full Kriyas also. Paditavan and Ta Prachayam, some other Prachayas which will also used as full sentences. But mostly they are used as sub-sentences in complex sentence. In a complex sentence, they are used as sub-sentences because they are apradhana kriyas, asamapa kriyas. They can be used as namavachakam, they can be used as a kriya also. So 4 prachayas we learnt in Pravesha, 3 prachayas we learnt in Parichaya already. Those 3 prachayas are Tavyat Prachayam, Aniyar Prachayam, and Ta Prachayam. So 4 plus 3 is 7. Another 2 prachayas are supposed to be learned in Siksha level, next level. But that also being introduced today. That Tuman Prachaya, that Satranj Prachayam and Sanach Prachayam. With this, there are total 9 prachayas are there. They are called Krudanta Prachayas. Krut Prachaya, using Krut Rupam. And there are 9 Krut Rupas. Tabyat Prachayam, Aniyar Prachayam, Vidhilinga Prachaya, Karmani Prayoga. Parichaya Bhagya we learned that. Ta Prachaya is Bhutakala Karmani Prayoga Kriya. Bhutakala Karmani Prayoga Kriya, but used as a Namvachika Rupa. Saha Patati, Sa Pataha Patitaha, Saha Tena Pataha Patitaha, Karmani Prayoga. Pataha Patitaha, Gita Patita, Pustakam Patitam. That is Ta Prachaya. So this Ta Prachaya also we have learned, and we have learned some examples also. So now with these 7 prachayas we learned, and 2 more prachayas are being today here, and total 9 prachayas altogether. How we use it in Karmani Prayoga is being in Karmani Prayoga and Kartari Prayoga also. How they are being used will be consolidated Pada Sangraha we are going to learn. The root verbs are called Dhatavaha. Various forms of verbs are generated by adding suffixes of various kinds to these roots. By adding Ting Parichaya, we learned verbs Vartamana Kalaha, Bhuta Kalaha, Praranarthakaha, Bhavishyat Kalaha. These 4 we have already learned. These are called Pradhana Kriyaha. Lakara Kriyaha, Pradhana Kriyaha. Besides Ting Prachaya, suffixes are called Krut Prachaya, also added to Dhatu to form Apradhana Kriyaha or Asamapa Kriyaha. Some of these are called in Namavachaka Rupaha. Some are in Avyaya Rupaha, as I just now told. Thus, derived are called Krudantaha. These are all called Krudantaha. These are called in English participles. We have learned in Pravesha, Krudanta Rupas, Tavatu, Bhutakala, Karmani, Kartari Prayoga, Kriya in Namavachaka Rupa. Tva, Lep, Tuman, all these 3 are Avyaya Rupaha. In Parichaya Bhaga, we learned till now 3 Krudantaha, Tavatu, Aniyar, both are Karmani Prayoga Vidhiling, Karmani Kriya in Namavachaka Rupa. Ta Prachaya, all 3 are Bhutakala Krudanta Karmani Prayoga Kriya in Namavachaka Rupa. Now we learn practical usage of above some more in this chapter called Pada Sangraha. Pada Sangraha. H-A, Pada Sangraha. Let us take a dhatu and study the practical usage of these Krudanta. Let us take dhatu as Pat. If you take Pat dhatu to read, what is the meaning of the Pat dhatu? To read. So the Pat dhatu as a Lakara Kriya, Lat Lakara Kriya, Vartamana Kala Lat Lakara Kriya, that is Pradhana as Pradhana Kriya, that Rupam is Patati. That Patati is the Rupam Vartamana Kala Kriya we learned. If we are using as a Kartari Prayoga, Kartari Prayoga means what? Active voice. When you are using an active voice, what are the rules of active voice? Karta is Pradhama Vibhakti, Karma is Dvitiya Vibhakti, and Kriya follows Karta. In this condition, when Karta is in Pradhama Vibhakti, this Patati Kriya is used. But when Karmani Prayoga is used, passive Kriya is, the same, work is same. Work is reading the book only by the boy. The work is reading the book only. The boy is only reading. So the boy is reading the book. If you say that is active voice. The book is being read by boy. If you say that, that is passive voice. So when you use the boy is reading the book, we say Saha Ramaha Balaha Pataha Patham Patati. Balaha Patham Patati. That's what we use. But when you say the book is being read by Babu or Bala, the book is read by the boy. How do you say that? That is Karmani Prayoga. Then at that time, can you use Patati? No. You cannot use Patati when you say the book is being read by boy. That Rupam is Pathyate. This Pathyate Rupam, it will appear in Atmanepadi Rupam. Pathyate. But Patdhatu is Parasmepadi Dhatu only. We know that. It's not Atmanepadi Dhatu. But when it is Karmani Prayoga, it takes the Atmanepadi Rupa. Pathyate. Atmanepadi Rupa also, Atmanepadi Dhatu also takes Atmanepadi Rupa only. Parasmepadi Dhatu also takes the Atmanepadi Rupa only. When you are using that Kriya, the Kriya, this Dhatu in Karmani Prayoga. So Patati in Kartari Prayoga is become Pathyate in Karmani Prayoga. So when you are saying Balena Pataha Pathyate, this is Lakara Prayoga. This is not Krudanta Prayoga. Balena Pataha Pathyate. So this is the one new thing that we are going to clarify today and we are going to practice now. So Pathyate Tiganta Lat Lakara Kriya. This is Lat Lakara Kriya. Again, these are called Lat, Lang, all these things will be there. 10 Lakaras will be there for this Karmani Kriya also. Just like Patati has got 10 Lakar Rupas, this Pathyata also will have 10 Lakar Rupas. Vartamana Kala, Bhuta Kala, Bhavishyat Kala, Praranarthaka, Vidhiling, all those things will be there. Okay. So, this Pathyate is the Karmani Prayoga Rupa for Patati. The Patadhatu second Lakara Rupam is Pathyate that we are going to practice in this Parichaya. We already started practicing this and we are going to learn further now. The third one is Patishyati Bhavishyat Kalam. We know this already. This Bhavishyat Kalam also will learn. These three are mainly being talked about now as Lakara Kriyas. These Lakara Kriyas, let us recapitulate again. They don't change with respect to Linga. They change with respect to Purusha. Purusha means what? Pradhama Purusha, Madhyama Purusha, Uttama Purusha. With Purusha, when you use Purusha as, when you use Pradhama Purusha Karta, Madhyama Purusha Karta, Uttama Purusha Karta, the Kriya doesn't change, changes in Lakara Kriyas. But when you use Teganta Kriyas, it doesn't, with Purusha it doesn't change. With Purusha it doesn't change. With the Lingam it changes. So Pathyate we use, that's okay. It doesn't change. But if we use Krudanta Prachaya, Karmani Kriya, then it changes with the Linga. So now that what are the Krudanta Prachayas? The Krudanta Prachayas are Patitavyam, Pataniyam, Tavyat and Aniyat Prachayas. This Vidhilinga Prayogam, Karmani Prayogam, Namavachika Rupam, and Pradhana Kriya. This is also Pradhana Kriya. This Vidhilinga and Patitavyam, Patniyam also can be used as Pradhana Kriya. Though it is Namavachika Rupa. Namavachika Rupa means what? It will be in 3 lingas. Patitavyam is Napusaka Rupam. It will be having Pullinga Rupam, Strilinga Rupam also. Patitavyaha, Patitavya. Pullinga and Strilinga. Pataniyaha, Pataniya, Pataniyam. Like that. So Patita, next Krudanta Prachayam, top Prachayam is also is Karmani Prayoga Kriya, Bhotakala Rupam. It is used in only Bhotakala. It will not have a Partamana Kala Rupam for this. This is a Bhotakala Rupam, Namavachika Rupam. It also uses as Pradhana Kriya for Bhotakala Prayogam. And the same thing is used as a Namavachika also. How it is used when you go on reading, doing it, you will understand. Patitaha, Patita, Patitam. So Patitaha, when you use Patitaha, the concerned Sabda will be in Karma. So, Pataha Patitaha. By whom? By Balena. Balena Pataha Patitaha. By Balikaya Pataha Balikaya, Balena Gita Patita. Here, karma is not pulling, stealing. So, Gita is stealing. When you use Gita, its Kriya will be Patita, Karmani Prayoga Rupam. So, Balena Pustakam Patitam. This is Karmani Prayog. I will explain again further. So, next one is Paditavan Paditavati, we learnt in Pravesha. That is already known. Rama Balaha Patam Paditavan. Sita Patam Paditavati. That Prichayam, Tavat Prichayam. And Bhotakalaha Namavachika Rupaha Pradhana Kriya. Then Patan Patanti. This one we are not learned till now. This is Satrancha Prichayam used for Paraswayapadi Kriyas. And this is while doing this work. That means while reading. When you want to say while reading, he is doing some other work. While doing Patan, reading, he is doing some other work. That is Pradhana Kriya. What he is doing some other work, that is Pradhana Kriya. But his Patan is Apradhana Kriya. So, Balaha, Patan Balaha, Tatra Gacchati, Doordarshanam Paschati. Patan Balaka Doordarshanam Paschati means, who is doing Doordarshanam Paschati? Balakaha only. But what is the condition of Balakaha? Reading. While reading, he is seeing the Doordarshana also. Patan Balakaha Doordarshanam Paschati. So, Paschati is the main Kriya. The Patan is Apradhana Kriya. This is the side by action. Main Kriya is what he is doing, Doordarshana Paschati. So, Paschati is main Kriya. Patan Balakaha Doordarshanam Paschati. Patanti Balika Stealing Rupam. Patanti Balika Doordarshanam Paschati. That is for if the Karta is stealing. This Patan is called Satranta Prachayam. If we are using this Prachayam for a Paraswayapa Dhatu. For a Sanach Prachayam is used if you use a Vanda Dhatu. Vandamanaha Balaha Tatra Asti. The person who is doing Namaskar on that Bala is there. That is Vandamana Balika. That is Saraj Prachayam because Vanda Dhatu is the Atmanipad Dhatu. That is we are going to learn in detail in next level. This Siksha level. But we are introducing now here the sentences reforms. So this is what this Patan Patanti is. What is the Rupam here? This is the while doing some work. Second main work is being done. The main work is something else, and this is side by work while when he is doing a main work. So then Patitva Prapachya we learnt already. Twantam and Lapantam were completed Kriya before starting a second Kriya. Then Patitum is the Kriya, very Uddeshpuri Kriya. These are the 9 these are the total 9 ways of usage. Out of this 9, we are seeing here Patitavyam, Pataniyam 2, Patita, Patitam 3, Patitavan, Patitavati 4, Patan, Patanti 5, Vandamana 6, Patitva, Prapachya 7, Patitum 7, 8, Patitum 9. Total 9 Kurdanta Prachayas we are using in Samskrutam. Other than Lakar Kriyas. So these are all the things, by all these forms, we are making crores and crores of Sabda, Kriyas and Sabdas in the language. That's how the language expands in Sanskritam. By permutations, combinations, if we count how many Sabdas are formed with these different Kriyas, it runs in 10 crores or more than 10 crores. That's how it is there. Now, by using these, how many are there forms here now? Patati 1, Pachyate 2, Patishyati 3, Patitavyam, Pataniyam, Patitavat, Patitavyam in 3 forms. Pullingam, Srilingam, Napusakam, Pataniyam. Sorry, let us take 2 as this. Patati 1 form, Pachyate 1 form, Patishyati 1 form, Patitavyam 4th, Pataniyam 5, Patitam 6, Paditavan, Paditavati 7, Patan, Patanti 8, Patitva, Patitva 9, Prapatya 10, Patitum 11. So for these things, how to make sentences, we are going to learn here. Chhatraha patati. This is lakar rupam, vartamana kal rupam. This meaning is the student reads. Same in three genders. This is same in three genders. Chhatraha patati, chhatra patati, mitram patati. So chhatrena pachyate. This karmani prayogam. Here chhatraha has become tritiya vibhakti. Patati has become pachyate karmani kriya. So this karmani prayoga vakyam. But the work done is same. Here also boy is reading, here also boy is reading. But here is this passive voice. The first one is active voice. The student reads and it is read by student. Read by student is the meaning of chatrena pachyate. This is also same in three genders. Chatraha masanantaram patishyati. After 1 month he will read. That is bhavishyat kala. This also lakar kriya only. Patishyati. So these three are lakar kriya rupas for patidhatu, patati, pachyate, patishyati. Now when we go to Kurdantu Rupam, patitavyam. This patitavyam is tvaya pustakam patitavyam. The book should be read by you. This is only a condition. This is not the work is not being done here. Is the boy reading now? No. It is only condition given to the boy. Vidhiling. This is vidhiling. But how it is presented? It is presented in a karmani form, passive form. It is not presented in an active form. If you use this patitavyam, that is presented in a passive form. So whenever you use this patitavyam prayogam, the karta should be in tritiya vibhakti, tvaya. You cannot use tvam. Tvaya pustakam patitavyam. This patitavyam goes along with pustakam. It doesn't care about tvaya. Whether it's tvaya or maya or balena, ramena, it doesn't bother. It bothers about pustakam. If this pustakam changes to pataha, what it becomes? This patitavyam changes. When this karma, this pustakam is karma here. Karmani prayoga vakyam. So because this patitavyam follows karma, because it is karmani prayoga kriya. Patitavyam is a karmani prayoga kriya. So it follows karma. The karma is pustakam here. Karta is tvaya. Tvaya is tritiya vibhakti form of tvam. If it is active voice, how it will be? Tvam pustakam patati, patasi. Tvam pustakam patasi. That is the active voice form. But in the passive voice form, tvam has become tvaya, pustakam, patati become patitavyam. Patet become patitavyam. If it is active voice, patet. Tvam pustakam patet. Tvam pustakam patet. The pustakam, you should read the pustakam. You must read the pustakam. That is the active voice form. But the passive voice form, the tvaya becomes, tvam becomes tvaya, pustakam remains as pustakam because napusaka sabdam, then patet becomes patitavyam. So the patitavyam when you use, this is a karmani prayoga kriya. And when karma is napusakam only it is used. But when karma is pullingam, pataha, then patitavyam becomes patitavyaha. So tvaya pataha patitavyaha. If this pataha becomes gita, you are using karma as strilinga sabdam, then patitavya. So tvaya pustakam patitavyam. The book should be read by you. Tvaya pataha patitavyaha. The lesson should be read by you. Tvaya gita patitavyaha. Tvaya pataha patitavyaha. The lesson should be read by you. Tvaya gita patitavya. The gita should be read by you. So this is the way you should use when you are using patitavya kriya. Tavyat kriya. So if it is tvaya, tvam tvaya. If it is aham pustakam patitavyam. No, aham, you cannot use aham. Maya pustakam patitavyam. Maya pustakam patitavyam. Aham you cannot use. Aham is pradhama vibhakti. Maya. Aham sabdasya tritiya vibhakti. Maya. Maya pustakam patitavyam. Tvaya. while learning Anuvadam, we learned more this point. We highlighted this point. Maya Pataha Patitavyaha. Maya Gita Patitavya. If it is not Uttama Purusha, if I go for Prathama Purusha, Balaha, Balena Pustakam Patitavyam. Balikaya, Balena, here also Balena only. Balena Pataha Patitavyaha. Balena Gita Patitavya. There is no change here. Though you are changing Karta here from Madhyama Purusha to Uttama Purusha to Prathama Purusha, this Vakyam is not, this karma is not changing, Kriya is not changing. Paditavyam, Paditavya, Paditavya are not changing. But when you change Pustakam to Pataha, Pataha to Gita, this Paditavyam is changing to Paditavya, then Paditavya is changing to Paditavya. So the same thing goes when you are using the Anir Prachayam also. Anir also similar Prachayam. Tavyat and Anir are co-Prachayas. Both are same meaning it gives. So, Tvaya Pustakam Pataniyam, Tvaya Pataha Pataniyaha, Tvaya Gita Pataniya. This already we discussed in earlier lessons. Vidhilinga Rupam we already discussed. So, here this Aniyar Prachayam is used similar to Patativyam, which is Napusaka Rupam Karta, if karma is Napusakam Pataniyam, if karma is Pataha, Pullingam Pataniyaha, if karma is Strilingam Pataniya, Aniyar Prachayam. This also is used as Vidhilinga Rupam only. The book should be read by you. The lesson should be read by you. The Gita should be read by you. So, there is no change between the Tavyat Prachayam and Aniyar Prachayam in usage. Now, let us go to third Kurdanta now in this series. Tena Gita Patita, Tena Slokaha Patitaha. Here, Slokaha is Pullinga Rupam. Patitaha is Bhotakala Kriya. It was read by you. It was recited by you. This Lokaha was recited by you already. Yesterday it was recited by whom? Tena, by him. By him it was recited. Tena, Saha Sabdasya Trutya Vibhakti. Tena Slokaha Patitaha, Bhotakala Rupa only. It is Bhotakala Kriya only, Karmani Priya Kriya, Bhotakala Kriya. So, Tena Slokaha Patitaha, Tena Gita Patita. If it is not Slokaha, if the Gita is being read, Patitaha you cannot use, you have to use Patita. Because the karma is Strilinga Rupa. Karta is Tena only, Saha only. Saha only is doing Gita also, reading Gita. But when you are using passive voice, using Gita as karma, then you can say Tena Gita Patita. Then similarly, if you are using Napusaka Sabda Pajyam, Tena Pajyam Patitam. So the Kta goes as Patitaha Patita Patitam. Patitaha Patita Patitam. This Kta this third Prakshayam, Karmani Prayoga, Bhotakala Kriya. This is also Apradhana Kriya. This can be used as Namvachaka Rupa also. This can be used as a main Kriya also, Pradhana Kriya also. When you use a Namvachaka Rupa, when it is used, Patitaha Asit. Sloka, then that will become Asit, like supporting Kriya is to be added to this. Then it becomes Patita, becomes Namvachaka. Chadavabadi undenu. Chadavabadi is there by reading. Like that it comes. So, Slokaha, Tena Slokaha Patitaha, Tena Gita Patita, Tena Pajyam Patitam. This is third Kurdanta Prachayam we learned. Now we are going to Tavat Prachayam. This Tavat Prachayam is already we learned in Pravesha, and we repeated in Parchaya also. Now I am repeating again. Patitavan, Patitavati, Patitavat. If it is Pullinga Karta, this is Vartama, this is the Bhotakala Kriya, but Kartari Priya Kriya, not Karmani Priya Kriya. In Kartari Priya Kriya, Karta will be Prathama Vibhakti. So here, Karta, who is Karta, who is reading, who read book, who is reading, who read the book? Chhatraha. Chhatraha Paditavan. The student read. Similarly, Sita Paditavati. Sita read. So when Sita is used, Paditavan becomes Paditavati. And then Mitram Paditavat. When you use Napuska Subdam Mitram, the Paditavan becomes Paditavat. You cannot use Paditavan. Though Mitra is Pullinga, sometimes Mitra can be Pullinga, Mitra can be Strilinga. Mitram can be Strilinga also, and Mitram will be Pullinga also. But the Kriya should be in Napuskalinga. Mitram paditavat. Chhatraha paditavan, Sita paditavati, Mitram paditavat. Meaning is same, read. In all the three, the meaning is the same. Karta in male gender, karta in female gender, karta in neutral gender. So that's how Bhutakala, Kartari Prayoga, Kurdanta Prachaya. Bhutakala, Kartari Prayoga, Kurdanta Prachaya is Tavatu Prachaya. This is the fourth one. The fifth one is Alasaha, the lazy fellow. Alasaha, Patan Nidram Karoti. What he is doing? Nidram Karoti. He is sleeping. The lazy fellow, what he is doing? He is sleeping. That is the main work he is doing. But at the same time, what he is doing? At the same time, he is doing Patan. While reading, he is sleeping. So the Patan Nidram Karoti, Alasaha Nidram Karoti, while reading. So the Patan is Satranja Prachayam. This is fourth one in the series we are talking about, or fifth one in the series we are talking about now. Then the same thing if the Karta is Strilingam. Can we use Patan? No. We have to use Patanti. Sita Patanti Bhojanam Karoti. But meaning is same. Because Sita is Strilinga, the Patan becomes Patanti. So Sita, gender change is there for these Tudanta Prachayas. So Sita Patanti Bhojanam Karoti. Sita kya karoti? Kim karoti? Bhojanam karoti. Actual work is Bhojanam karoti. But when? What she is doing at that time? At that time she is Patanti. Sita Patanti Bhojanam karoti. So Mitram Patat Likhati. Mitram Patat Likhati. This is Napuskarupa. So next one is Tva Pracham. This also we learned. Aham Patitva Gacchami. Chhatra Prapacha Pariksham Gacchati. Pariksham Gacchati. Prapacha. This is 11th Rupam. Because Bhaga Chadi, we read very well. A student goes to examination after reading thoroughly. To say reading thoroughly, we used Upasarga Kriya. Prapachya. Prapatati. Prapatati Kriya is 11th Rupam. Prapachya. This is 11th. Patitva is Tvantam. This is normal reading. I go after reading. Patitva. But Chhatra Prapachya Pariksham Gacchati. Thoroughly reading then he is going. That thorough reading comes under Prapachya with 11th. So this is also same application, but 11th. Tvantam 11th. So with this, how many have come now? 6th and 7th. Then Patitum is the Uddeshapura Kriya. Alasaha Patitum na ichchati. Now what he is, doesn't like now. He doesn't like now. But for what? For reading. To go and read, he doesn't like. Alasaha, that is future Kriya. So Patitam is future, Uddeshapura Kriya. This is 8th one we said. If it is Alasaha Patitam Lishati. Chhatraha Patana, the same thing in Bahuvachan Rupam we are going to read next lines. But all these things, now 8 only we learned. I said 9. What is the 9 missing here now? Anybody can remember and tell me? What is the 9th one missing here? What I did not tell?
I think future Shya.
Sanach Prichayam. This Sanach Prichayam, this Patan Patanti Patat Rupam, Satranch Prichayam for Pat Dhatu, which is Parasmavadi Dhatu. If in place of Pat Dhatu we are starting application with Vanda Dhatu, in place of Satranch Prichayam, Sanach Prichayam comes in picture. So this picture, this Satranch and Sanach are alternatives. If Parasmeva Dhatu is used, then Satranch Prichayam is to be used. If Apneva Dhatu is used, Sanach Prichayam is used. For example, if I use Vanda Dhatu, Alasaha, Vandamanaha, Nidram Karoti. I can say like that. Or Alasaha, Vandamanaha, Ramaha, Vandamanaha, Mitram Milati. And while doing Namaskaram, he is meeting the friend. That's how that Vandamana Sabdam is used. If it is instead of Ramaha, if it is Sita, then Vandamana. because Vanda is Napuska Apnebad Dhatu. So the Vandamana is the Rupam is to be used there. That is Sanaj Pracham. The Manaha Mana Manam will come there. For Apnebad Dhatu plus Manaha, Pullinga Rupam. Apnebad Dhatu plus Mana, Stealing Rupam. Apnebad Dhatu plus Manam, Napuska Rupam. Mitram, Vandamanam, Gachati. Mitra is, by doing Namaskaram, he is going. So that is the Napuskarupa Vakyam. So like that, so that is ninth Kurdanta Prachayam, ninth Kurdanta Prachayam we are using in the practice. Now the same things, if the Karta, we are using Kriya, this Kriya in Bahuvachan Rupam, Bahuvachan, plural form. Then Chatraha Patanti. Chatraihi Pachyate, Pachyante, sorry. Chatraihi Pachyate only, because karma is not changing here. Karta is changing from Ekavachanam to Bahuvachanam, but karma will not change because Karta, this Pachyate Kriya is independent of Karta. So Chatraihi Pachyate, Chatraha Patanti, because here Karta is Kartari Prayoga Vakyam. So when you change in Chatraha to Chatraha, that becomes Chatraha Patanti. Kriya change it to Bahuvachanam. But when you, in the second one, when you are using Karmani Prayoga Kriya, if Chatra has become to Bahuvachanam, that becomes Tritiya Bhakti Bahuvachanam, Chatraihi. Chatrana goes to Chatraihi. So, but the Kriya is same, Pachyate. Because karma is not changing here, Karta is changing here. Similarly, Chatraha, Masanantaram Patishyanti, the Kriya is changing. Because the Kartari Prayoga Vakyam. So, Tvaya Pustakani Paditavyani. Here, karma is changing to Bahuvachanam. Pustakam has become Bahuvachanam to Pustakani. Then Kriya is changing to Pustakam, Paditavyam to Paditavyani. Paditavyam, Paditavya, Paditavyam, Paditavyam, Paditavyani, Paditavyam, Paditavye, Paditavyani. Ekavachanam, Divachanam, Bahuvachanam. So here, Pustakam, Pustake, Pustakani. If you use Pustakam, Paditavyam. If you use Pustake, 2 books, then Paditavye. And if you use many books, Pustakani, Paditavyani. Tvaya Pustakani Paditavyani is Bahuvachana Vakyam. Tvaya Pataha Paditavyaha. Paditavyaha, Paditavyau, Paditavyaha. Paditavyaha Ekavachanam, Paditavyau, Divachanam, Paditavyaha, Bahuvachanam. So, Tvaya Pataha Paditavyaha, Bahuvachan Rupam. Then Katha, Srilinga Rupam, Srilinga Karma. When Srilinga Karma is used, Paditavya to be used. So, Katha Paditavya, Tvaya Katha Paditavya Ekavachana Vakyam, Tvaya Kathaha Paditavyaha, Bahuvachana Vakyam. Katha has gone to Bhagavachan Rupam. Katha has become to Kathaha. When Katha becomes Kathaha, Paditavya becomes Paditavyaha. Paditavya, Paditavye, Paditavyaha. Sita, Site, Sitaha. Balika, Balike, Balikaha. Similarly, Paditavya, Paditavye, Paditavyaha. Katha, Katha, Kate, Kathaha. Katha Ekavachanam, Kate Divachanam, Kathaha Bahuvachanam. Katha Paditavya, Kate Paditavye, Kathaha Paditavyaha. Ekavachanam, Divachanam, Bahuvachanam Rupas. So, Tvaya Kathaha Paditavyaha. Then if you use Napuska Rupam here, Tvaya Pustakani Paditavyani. If it is Ekavachanam, Tvaya Pustakam Pataniyam. Tvaya Pustake Paditavye. Tvaya Paditavye Pataniye. Then Tvaya Pustakani Pataniyani. Like that, Ekavachanam, Divachanam, Bahuvachanam Rupams will be used. If it is Pullinga Rupam, Tvaya Pataha Pataniyaha. Ekavachanam Pataha Pataniyaha. Divachanam Patau Pataniyau. Bahuvachanam Pataha Pataniya. With Katha, Katha Pataniya. Kate Pataniye. Kathaha Pataniya. Ekavachanam, Divachanam, Bahuvachanam. Here I am written only Bahuvachanam only I have written here. So now we will go to Karmani Prayogam. Vidhilinga Rupam over. Tavyat Prachayam, Aniyat Prachayam over. Then we are going to Ta Prachayam. Tena Slokaha Patitaha. Ekavachanam Tena Slokaha Patitaha. Divachanam Tena Slokau Patitau. Tena Bahuvachanam Tena Slokaha Patitaha. Then similarly if you use Srilinga Karma, Tena Kathaha Patitaha, Bahuvachan Rupam. Tena katha patita. Ekavachan rupam. Tena kathe patite. Dvivachan rupam. Tena kathaha patitaha. Bahuvachan rupam. So, tena padyani patitani. Napuska vakyam. Karma napuskam. Tena padyam patitam. Ekavachan rupam. Ekavachan vakyam. Tena padye patite. Dvivachan vakyam. Tena padyani patitani. Bahuvachan vakyam. So similarly, when you go to Tavata Prachayam, next one. Tavata Prachayam is what? Fourth Kodanta Prachayam. Patatavyaha Prathama, first one. Pataniyaha, second one. Ta Prachayam. Patitaha, third one. And now Patitavan. Karmani Prayoga Vakyam. Fourth Rupam. Fourth Kodanta Prachayam. Chhatraha Patitavantaha. If it is Ekavachanam, Chhatraha Patitavan. Balikaha Patitavachyaha. Ekavachanam, Balika Patitavati. So like that it goes. Mitrani Patitavanti. Ekavachanam, Mitram Patitavat. Ekavachanam was given above. And that is being given Bahuvachanam Vakyas here now. Now, next one, Patan. Patan Bahuvachanam is Patantaha. Alasaha Patantaha Nidram Kurvanti. Alasaha Patantaha. Alasa Sabda has got to Bahuvachanam. Earlier we used Alasaha Patan. That Patan goes to Bahuvachanam when Alasaha goes to Alasaha. Bahuvachanam. Alasaha Patantaha Nidram Kurvanti. Balikaha Patantyaha Nidram Kurvanti. So Patanti has become Patantyaha. Gauri Shabdam. Gauri, Gauryo, Gaurya. Patanti, Patanchau, Patantyaha. So this just like Ikaranta, Strilinga Shabdam, this Patanti also goes to Patantyaha in Bahuvachanam. Mitrani Patanti Likhanti. Patat, Patati, Patat, Patati, Patanti. That is the Napuskaropam. Patanti is Napuskaropam Bahuvachanam. Mitrani Patanti Likhanti. So this is Satrancha Prachayam usage. Then goes to Twa Prachayam. In Twa Prachayam doesn't change because it's Avyayam. Twa Prachayam, La Prachayam, Tuman Prachayam, Ekavachanam or Bahuvachanam, same. Vayam Patitva Gacchamaha. If I say Aham Patitva Gacchami, that is Ekavachanam Vakyam. Patitva is only used because of Avyayam. It doesn't change with Ekavachanam or Bahuvachanam, Strilingam or Pullingam, whatever it is. That doesn't change Avyayam. So Patitva is only everywhere, anywhere. Anywhere you use Patitva only. So Vayam Patitva Gacchamaha, Patitva Gacchami. Tvam Patitva Gacchasi. Saha Patitva Gacchati. So Patitva doesn't change. That is because of Avyayam. So Vayam Patitva Gacchamaha. Chhatraha Prapachya Pariksham Gacchanti. Prapachya. This also doesn't change. Lapantam also doesn't change because of Avyayam. These three Avyaya Kodanta Rupas. Tvantam, Lapantam and Tumantam, all the three are these Rupas. Now let us go to Alasaha Patitum Na Icchanti. This is the Tuman Prachayam. With this, I have explained the 9 Prachayas, how to use it. Now, I have given a list of, this is already lesson I sent to you, a list of Prachayas given in the whole Parachaya book. All the forms of 3 Lakar Rupas, and I have given also 9 Krudanta Prachaya Rupas also. These 3 are the Lakar Rupas. And next one I have given 4 Krudanta Rupas. Tavyat, Ariyar and Taprachayas. That 3 I have given. Next I have given 4 these Rupas. Tavata Prachayam, Aniya, Satrancha Prachayam and those things, all the 4 I have given there. First the 3 plus 4 plus 4 I have given. All these things I have given here, but various dhatus, various rupas I have given here, and these are given Parachaya book. I just copied here in a table form. But what is your work? You are supposed to take each dhatu here, at least 5 dhatus. You have to make these sentences which I made here. These sentences which I made here above, the similar sentences you have to make practice for at least 5 dhatus. All these sentences you have to make in Ekavachanam and Bahuvachanam. That's how you practice. With this lesson is closed here. We will talk about next lesson. Next class. Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahana Bhanaktu Saha Viryan Karavavai Tejasvina. I hope the time is over, right? The time is over, right?
7:30 only, sir.
Hari Om.
Okay, we can ask for some question answers for about 10-15 minutes.
Sahana Bhavatu Sahana Bhanaktu Saha Viryan Karavavai Tejasvina Avadhi Tamastuma Vidvishavai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Sajo Vaidika Mantra Disha Purana Indram Yamamma Tariswanamahu. Vedantino Netvachaniya Mekamyam Brahma Sabdena Viniddisanti Saivayamisam Savaichavocan Vaitika Vishnu. Tacham Vada Dharmanchara Sarve Jana Sukhno Bhavantu Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu Guru Devo Maheshwara Guru Sakshat Parabrahma Tasmai Sri Guruve Namah. Guru Sri Krishna Arpanamastu Idannama. Namaskaraha Sarvebhyah Namaskaraha. Prichantu. Kimapi Sandehaः Santi Chet Prichantu.
Okay, now the forum is open for questions. Please ask your questions, raise your hand. Yeah, Padmavati garu.
నమస్కారం గురువు గారు.
Namaskara.
ధాతువులు రాయమన్నారు, రాసి రేపు పంపించచ్చా అండి? ఇది గ్రూప్ లో పెట్టడానికి మాకు రావట్లేదు మరి.
గ్రూప్ లో పెట్టడానికి ఉండదు. మీరు
ఏం పెట్టారు గ్రూప్ లో? ఏం నాకు అర్థం కాదు.
5 ధాతువులు తీసుకుని మీరు ప్రాక్టీస్ చేసి సెంటెన్స్ రాయమని చెప్పారు కదా ఇప్పుడు గురువు గారు.
మీరు రాసి పెట్టారా? ఎప్పుడు పెట్టారు?
లేదండి, రాసి పంపిస్తాను. ఎవరికి రాసిన ఉన్నాయండి, రాసుకున్నాను, నేను ప్రాక్టీస్ చేసుకున్నాను. ఎలా ఎవరికి పంపించాలి?
క్లియర్ గా రాసి పంపించండి. ఐ కెనాట్ రీడ్ ఇఫ్ యూ రైట్ క్లమ్జీలీ కొట్టేసి గిట్టేది కొట్టలు చేసి అలా రాస్తే కుదరదు. క్లియర్ గా రాసి పంపించండి. అది ఫోకస్ స్కాన్ చేసి చక్కగా జాగ్రత్తగా ఫోకస్ చేసి స్కాన్ చేయండి. దెన్ ఐ విల్ బి ఏబుల్ టు ఫైండ్ అవుట్ ది మిస్టేక్స్ అండ్ టెల్ యూ.
ధన్యవాదాలు.
కల్నల్ బాబు గారికి పంపించండి. పంపిస్తే ప్రభాకర్ రావు గారు పంపిస్తారు.
I may not see, but either you send to Babu or send to me also, no problem.
Yeah. Right.
Hello.
Okay. Any other question?
Any questions in the chat box?
There are no questions in the chat box.
No, they have to do practice. There are no questions on this here. This is subject is understood. It is already told earlier and is being repeated now here. But this is very important subject of Parichaya.
Right.
I wanted to talk about the sample slokam. I wanted to talk about one slokam. That slokam I can explain.
Yeah, you have time.
3 minutes time is there. That 3 minutes time, one slokam I will explain. That also portion introduction will be over, if you permit me.
Yeah, you have time. 5-10 minutes you have time.
Yeah. This chart slokaha, every lesson has got one sloka. There are 10 slokas are there. I will explain one sloka here now. Second sloka I will explain today. Because I got time only 5 minutes, I hope, no? So 1 or 2 slokas I will take up. He heramba kimamba rodishi kutaha. See, Vinayaka and Subramanya, they are fighting. So Gauri Devi is doing mediation. This Vinayaka is weeping. When Vinayaka is weeping, Gauri comes and asks him, hey Heramba, hey Vinayaka, Heramba, Kimamba, Kim Amba, Enana, Emaya, Ema, Vayamma, we say like that, no? So Kimamba, so to Priyagam is Kimamba. Kimamba, Rodishi Kutaha, why are you weeping? Hey Heramba, Kimamba, Rodishi Kutaha, why are you weeping? Then what Ganapati replies is, Karnau lotatyagnibuhu, lotat, tam tat takaram should be here. Karnau lotatyagnibuhu. Karnau lotatyagnibuhu means, my ears are being pulled by this Subramanyam, this Skanda. Skanda is pulling my ears. That's what he complained. Then she says to Skanda, Kinte Skanda Vicheshtitam, why you are doing this Vichitramana work? Why you are doing this mischief? Vicheshtitam means mischief. Why are you doing this mischief? Kinte Skanda Vicheshtitam, why are you doing this mischief? Skanda is just banging Skanda. Then Skanda says, Mama Pura Sankhya Kruta Chaksham. Pura means in the beginning, Mama Chaksham, my eyes, Sankhya Kruta. This Ganesh is counting my eyes. This Subramanya is having 6 heads. 6 into 2, 12 eyes. So what Ganesha was doing before he pulled his ears, Ganesha was counting his ears. 1, 2, 3, like that he is counting. Ekam, Dve, Trini, Chatvari. He is counting all the 12 eyes. So that's why I pulled his ears. That's what Skanda told. Then she told, no, this is not good Gajanana. That's what told. How she says, Naitatte api uchitam gajasya, na etat api uchitam. How it is told? Naitatte pyuchitam. Na etat api uchitam. Nai etat te pyuchitam gajasya. This is not good na Gajasya. Why are doing this? So he is telling again, Gajasya is in a lalana way, in a more sober way. Then what he says, Charitam nasam mimitemba me, my nasa, my tondam, my ananam, charitam, mimite amba. Mimite charitam. Mimite charitam means he is measuring he is pulling my tondam and measuring it, how much length it is. Then I counted his eyes. Then he pulled my ears. That's how he started fighting, both again. Gajasya and Gajanana and Skanda. So hearing this, she started laughing. The Gauri started laughing. Tavevam sahasa vilokya. All this hearing, by hearing this sambhashana, by hearing this fighting, vilokya, by hearing asitavyagra. By laughing, she became tired. That Gauri tired with laughing. So much laugh he got. Asitavyagra, who Shiva. Shiva is Sivasya Bhatri Shiva, Gauri Devi. Patuvaha means she protect all of you. Vaha is prayogam for Yuyam. Chaturthi prayogam. So Vaha is a prayogam for Yuyam. Gauri will protect you all. That's what this slokam says. So this is how, what is learned here? Lutit Chagribuhu. Here Sandhi. Then Naitatte api uchitam. Here sandhis are there. Mimitemba sandhis are there. Tavevam sandhi is there. Tavevam sandhi is that sandhi which we are talking about. It's called what is that? Sandhi sixth Savardeya. Sandhi is yellow Yantavam based sandhi. Tavevam. Tau evam tavevam. So mimite plus amba, mimite emba. This is porropa sandhi. Then na etat, naitatte uddhi sandhi. Tatte api uchitam. Tatte api uchitam is porropa sandhi. Api plus uchitam, api uchitam end sandhi. So all these sandhis are being used here. That's what he is introducing here to sandhis to you. Similarly, in this Yasya Sashti Chetushti cha Vihasya Vihaya cha Yasyaham cha Dvitiya Syat Dvitiya Syamaham Katham. This first slokam. This first slokam is still more hilarious. So one boy came to see a girl for marriage. So the girl asked him questions. The girl is a Samskruta Pandita. But boy is not Samskruta Pandita. But he behaving as though he is Pandita. Because he is become for marriage to this thing, proposal. So the girl asked him, Sashti, what is Vihasya Vihaya Vibhakti? What is the Vibhakti of Vihasya and what is the Vibhakti of Vihaya? Then what is the boy told? Vihasya is Sashti Vibhakti, Vihaya is Chaturthi Vibhakti. This is absolute wrong. Actually, this answer is absolute wrong. He doesn't know anything about that. So she came to know that this fellow doesn't know difference between Kriya and Shabda. Between Rama and Patta, he doesn't know the difference. She understood. She understood this difference with Namvachika and verb Kriya. He doesn't know the difference in Sanskritam. That's what she understood by seeing this. Because Vihasya is a Kriya. Vihasya is Lebantam. To Vihasati. Vihasiti Sabdasya Lebantarupam is Vihasya. Similarly, Has Sabdasya Lebantarupam is Vihaya. So, this Labantarupam, he is supposed to say it's Labantam doesn't have Vibhakti. It is Abhyas. He is supposed to answer they are Abhyas. They doesn't have Vibhakti. It doesn't change anytime. That's what the answer he is supposed to give. Instead of that, what he has given? He told Vihasya. Sya is there, na Ramasya. So Rama, Ramaha Sabdaha. Rama Sabdam he learnt. So Ramasya, Vihasya, Sashti Vibhakti. He told like that. So Ramaya, Vihaya. Aya is there. So that is Rama is Chaturthi Vibhakti. That's what he told. By that she knows this fellow doesn't know very serious Samskrita. Then again she tried. Again, let me try again. He may be joking with me. So he tried another question. Yes, Syaham cha. What is Aham Vibhakti? She asked. What is the Vibhakti of Aham? Aham means what? I. It should be Prathama Vibhakti. But what this fellow answered? Dvitiya Vibhakti. Because Ramam. Aham is just like Ramam. Ramam Sabdam is Dvitiya Vibhakti, Rama Sabdam. So Aham Sabdam should be Dvitiya Vibhakti. So he told Dvitiya Vibhakti. Then this girl goes to her father and tells this lokam. A fellow who says Vihasya and Vihaya are Sashti and Chaturthi Vibhakti and Aham as Dvitiya Vibhakti, for him, how can I follow him as Dvitiya? As a wife, as a follower of the husband, how can I be to him who cannot know even simple things of like this? So, Yasyaham cha Ditiya, for whom Aham Sabdam is Ditiya Vibhakti, how can I be Ditiya, Syam, Aham, Katham? How can I be second to him? I cannot be second to him. He doesn't know anything about Samskritam. He is zero. Unless Rama Sabdam, nothing else he knows. That too Ekavachanam only. Rama Sabda se Ekavachanam Vibhakti only he knows. Ramaha Ramam, Ramena Ramaya Ramasya, Ramaya Ramat Ramasya Rame. This only he knows. Nothing more he knows. How can I marry him? That's what she told. So, that means Sanskritam just learning by one Vibhakti will not do. One Sabdam will not do. You have to learn everything, all these things one by one you have to learn. Then only lot of prayogas are there. Yes, the Sanskrit language has got many prayogas. You should learn them. Similarly, so many things are there. There are 10 slokas like that. They are all very double meaning slokas, having various hilarious meanings. So these 10 slokas read. If you have the book, in the book the explanations are given. You can read them. Okay, go ahead. With this 9th lesson is complete. 10th lesson I will take up day after tomorrow. I will take up there Vyavaharika Shabdaha and Kavya Katha.
Okay. Thank you very much, Prabhakar Garu.
Dhanyawad.
Now, can we go for, are there any questions in anyone? Still 3-4 questions can be taken in case somebody has any question. If there are no questions, we'll go ahead with Prarthana and let us start with Samskruta Geetam by Venkat Narayan Garu, in case he is there. Venkat Narayan Garu?
అవునండి.
Okay.
Sir.
Let's have the Samskruta Geetam.
Yes, sir. కేయూరాన విభూషయంతి పురుషం హారాన చంద్రోజ్వలాః న స్నానన్న విలేపనన్న కుసుమం నాలంకృతా మూర్ధజాః వాణ్యేకా సమలం కరోతి పురుషం యా సంస్కృతా ధార్యతే క్షీయంతే ఖలు భూషణాని సతతం వాగ్భూషణం భూషణం వాగ్భూషణం భూషణం.
ధన్యవాదాలు వెంకటనారాయణ గారు. థ్యాంక్ యూ వెరీ మచ్. బాబు గారు, ప్రార్థన అండ్ ఆల్.
Okay. Now we have still another 15 minutes, but let us make use of this for. Before that, let us have Prarthana and Janganamana at 8 o'clock. I think we will start our small session on preparation for tomorrow.
Yeah.
So please go ahead and then brief them the process.
Yeah. Thank you, బాబు గారు.
Can I go?
Yeah. You may.
ధన్యవాదాలు.
Thank you.
నమస్కారం.
Thank you for that time.
Thank you for finishing early and giving the time. Yeah.
What is the program now? Can I know?
It is only for tomorrow. We have this practical exam of Pravara, Sankalpa and
Prarthana.
Prarthana on the 3 items. So tomorrow to conduct the exam, we'll not have so much of time to give the instructions and all. So today we are trying to give them a brief instruction so that tomorrow we can have sufficient time for conducting the exam. That's all. So we are briefing them of tomorrow's exam.
You may stay back if you want to see more. I mean, listen to.
Go ahead.
Okay. Thank you, Babu garu. Tomorrow we are going to have a special exam, that is a practical exam having the Pravara, Sankalpa and the Prarthana slokas. So to have sufficient time for giving you the instructions, tomorrow it will not be possible because we have so many people where we have to conduct the exam. That's the reason we are today having this orientation towards tomorrow's exam, because it is first time we are conducting such an exam. The first thing is the Pravara. And we should all know that all these exams, all the 3, why we have introduced this is that these are some of the fundamental things that you should be knowing. And by now everyone might have understood, or they might have searched the Google, etc. and done so much of work to know their Pravara. That's very good exercise that has been done. And most of you must have been happy to know your Pravara. That's a very important thing that has been done. And then what is Pravara? We should know that it is introducing yourself to the gurus. When you go to a person, seers, the Matadhapatis, etc., there you don't normally tell your name, I am so and so. So this Pravara is the way you introduce yourself. So that's the reason Pravara is important. So if you go to somebody like, say Kanchi Swami or Sringeri Swami or any other such gurus and tell your Pravara and then do Shastanga Namaskara. That's tomorrow we cannot do that. But after the Pravara, when you are in front of a guru, you do the Shastanga. Okay, this is the way you do. Once you do this, then the other person will know, yes, he knows, he has a lot of sanskara. So that is the reason we said that this Pravara should be learnt by everyone. So try to appreciate that. The next one is the Sankalpa. Sankalpa, normally, most of you might have done these pujas at home. The Pandit comes, he does the whatever slokas he keeps saying, the Sankalpa also he keeps saying, and to cut it short, he will not explain you If you know it, then he'll say, okay, you'd say some things. But if you don't know, then he'll say everything on behalf of you, and he says, you just say mama. That's the end of it. So it is very important to know about this Sankalpa, so that your involvement is there in the Kriya that you are doing. So Sankalpa is a very powerful way of focusing yourself to the particular puja, kriya that we are doing. So that's the reason Sankalpa is very important. And then we have the Pradhana, which you know. Here in Pradhana, try to understand, there are 5 things which are not taken as Pradhana for tomorrow's exam. One is the last Gurubhyo Namaha Hari Om, that's also there. So don't say that is also a Pradhana. And then Sarve Jana Sukhino Bhavantu Swasti. That's said, but that is not Pradhana. And Satyam Vada Dharmam Chara Swadhyayan Mam Pramadaha. That's also Pradhana, but that's only one line. That's the reason it's not being taken as Pradhana. So rest of the shlokas will be taken as Pradhana. So you have to recite them. So having known why we are conducting this exam, appreciate and prepare sincerely. And why we are conducting this particular episode is to make you comfortable for tomorrow's exam. Now, regarding Pravara, lot of people may be already doing it in their daily routine. And we have provided you with the audio clipping for your assistance to understand. So there could be minor differences in the Pravara, but on a larger sense, it conveys the introduction of yourself. Just a minute, just 1 minute, just a minute. Now, Babgar, you can continue just for 1 minute.
Okay. So before Chitbabu Garu again resumes his briefing, so 1 or 2 things. One is that we have around 49 people, students who are attending this course. So even if you give 2 minutes each, it takes around 1.5 hours, which is our time. Okay, we'll plan this after Chitbabu Garu continues. Continue on.
Yeah. So don't have any inhibition regarding the differences in the Pravara. So, and then get confused. If you are already performing the Pravara in your daily routine, continue with that. And in case there are any changes to be done, we will be having Dr. Visalakshi Garu tomorrow. She will at the end tell you in case there are some changes to be done. But because of that, don't get confused. Keep telling whatever you know and have practiced. And others, don't get confused when you have learned something and you hear something, because there are 32 students who are going to perform or take the test. So don't try to compare yourself with others. You prepare yourself sincerely and perform. If you do any mistakes, that will be informed you by Dr. Visalakshi Garu. So be comfortable, have your own devotion to what is being done tomorrow. Don't compare yourself with others. So this is what I'm trying to say. There could be so many versions of Pravara, minor differences. I mean, it's majorly it's one and the same. Pravara is the same. Sankalpa will be also the same. There could be minor differences here and there. So don't worry on those things. You learn from your end the way it should be done and then say it tomorrow. So this is one important thing that we would like to tell you. Don't get confused and then by seeing others. Oh, I learned this way, but he is saying something else. So then you'll go haywire. Okay, there is one question. Is it enough if we stick to this sample audio given to us after making slight changes based on our Gotra? That is what I'm saying. See, you try to learn because the audio clipping that has been given is a sample. Because she has given her name, her husband's name. So you are not supposed to say those things. You are supposed to say your name, your Gotra and all. So again, there could be minor changes because of where you are staying. If you know that, it's okay. If you don't know, you just simply say what it is being given in the clipping. If you know nothing, you just follow the clipping. Of course, only change your names wherever it is appropriate. And someone had a question regarding they may be traveling, etc., etc. So in case someone has such a serious problem, they can't spare, they can't postpone their travel, give their name beforehand so that you'll be taken up first. You'll be free to move so that you can have the exam and also you can continue with the travel. But 99% try to have whenever there are classes and exams, don't have your travel because the calendar is given to you much in advance. So plan your programs according to the calendar. Still, we have our alternative ways of accommodating you, but doesn't mean that if everyone says that we are in an urgent way and we want to leave, then we can't accommodate everyone. So try to have this. And then, yes, Avidesh Garu, you have any question?
Yes, Chelachti Babu. I had contacted my priest. He says that I am from Vaishya community. He
Okay.
says that this pravara is only for Brahmins. Given this message to Colonel Babu also. Can you clarify my position?
Yeah. See, as I said in the start, the pravara is introduction of yourself. When you say that you are who are you? You say that I am Avidesh Kumar. But when you go to
Yeah, Kashyap Gotra, you know, but he says that lineage.
no, try to understand this. We will get a clarification tomorrow again. But then for tomorrow's class, you say the pravara. Okay? Do you know how to say? So you practice that and you do it. And the clarification that you are asking, we will get it done through Visalakshi Garu tomorrow. Right?
Okay, thank you.
But try to understand that this pravara is nothing but introducing yourself. Whether you are a Vaishya, you are whoever you are. This is the dharmic way of, very respectful way of introducing yourself. So here, I don't think there will be any difference whether you are whatever varna you are.
Okay.
So that is the reason we are insisting. Yeah. So that is the reason we are insisting on this. Pravara, Sankalpa, because Sankalpa is also anyone who does a puja at home, Satyanarayana Vrata or
No, no,
whatever it is, Sankalpa is done.
Sankalpa can be done by anyone, but my priest says that
No. I
Pravara
got your
is the Rishi language.
Avdesh Kumaru.
Ah.
Yeah, I got your point. Please, we are running again short of time today. So I got your point. Try to understand this.
Okay.
Your priest might have said it. You will get a clarification tomorrow.
Okay.
But again,
Thank you.
try to understand the philosophy of Pravara.
Okay.
So that is for all. Not only Avdesh Kumar Garu, he has raised a very important question. This is for everyone to understand that Pravara is a introduction of yourself, nothing else. So this is what it is. Anyone has any other question? So tomorrow, how we are going to handle it is, we are going to announce in the start. Please raise your hands who are ready to take the exam. So somebody would be feeling that I should wait and see. Watch others, how they are doing. Could be, there are people. So we are not going to, the moment I say, Avdesh Kumar Garu, now you tell your Pravara, and he is not ready. So whoever is ready, and we will be wasting time. The entire effort today is not to waste a single second tomorrow. That's the main motto for today's orientation. That's the reason we are saying all this. So tomorrow you will be asked to raise your hands, and as the hands get raised, just like I see Padmavati Garu raising the hand, tomorrow once I see all these hands raised, it will be in the serial order, and one by one we will be calling, so that there is no confusion and we can go very smoothly with the exam. Okay, Padmavati Garu, you have anything? Padmavati Garu.
గురువు గారు ప్రస్తుతం కెనడా చిన్న పని మీద వచ్చాను. ఇక్కడ ఉన్నప్పటికీ కెనడాలో అనుకుంటూ పైకి నేను చదువుకోవడం రోజు పూజ సంకల్పంలో నేను మా ఊళ్ళో ఉన్నట్టుగానే చదువుకుంటున్నాను. తప్పో తెలీదు.
మీ పాయింట్ అర్థమైంది. మీకు డౌట్ ఉండొచ్చు అక్కడ ఖండం ఏమిటో ఏమేమిటో అని. దీంట్లో try to understand why we are conducting this exam is one, to know the paddhati, the sequence, and what are the contents of Pravara Sankalpa. The sequences are important. What are the contents in it? There is a content of, in Pravara you are introducing yourself. In Sankalpa, in the initial part, you are trying to tell where you are. That's number one. Number two, what is the Samvatsara, Masa, Rutu, Tidhi, Nakshatra, and all these things. So all these components are to be understood. If you are not able to, for example, say, understand what is the Tidhi, you are supposed to know everything. What is the Tidhi today and what is the Vara today? And Vara also, for example, today is Budhavara. Budhavara is called Samyavara. In our this thing, Sankalpa, we say it's a Samyavara. So you have to know all these things, and then that is the importance. Pravara, you have different components of rishis and your lineage, your name. That is the Pravara. And in Sankalpa, you have what is the purpose you are doing and which place you are, starting from Jambudvipe, from that point onwards. And Jambudvipe is particular for this place. And other the Krauncha Dvipa is there. Other Dvipas are there listed. So if you are interested, you should understand your Khanda. And then prepare the entire thing, write it down on the text, and you can read it. We are not saying that you should know by heart. You can read it, no problem. But you should know it. That's the only point. Okay, I think Padmavati Garu, your doubt is cleared. Right,
ధన్యవాదాలు.
thank you. Thank you. Anyone else? Okay, Babu Garu, now you can. I have finished my thing. It's 8 o'clock. You can go for pradhana and then take up. Babu Garu?
Okay. 1 minute.
Yeah.
So anybody else has any other doubts?
Babu Garu, we'll just finish off pradhana because it's 8 o'clock. And then people who are remaining can ask their questions.
Okay, let's go for Pradhana. Srinivas Garu.
स्वस्ति प्रजाभ्यः परिपालयन्तां न्यायेन मार्गेण महीं महिषाः गोब्राह्मणेभ्यः शुभमस्तु नित्यं लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु काले वर्षतु पर्जन्यः पृथिवी सस्यशालिनी देशोऽयं क्षोभरहितो ब्राह्मणाः सन्तु निर्भयाः अपुत्राः पुत्रिणः सन्तु पौत्रिणः अधना सधना सन्तु जीवन्तु शरदां शतम् सत्यं वद धर्मं चर स्वाध्यायान् मा प्रमदः सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कच्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः सर्वे जनाः सुखिनो भवन्तु स्वस्ति
Swasti. ధన్యవాదములండి శ్రీనివాస్ గారు. Thank you so much. Now let us go for national anthem. Challa Chittibabu garu.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंधु गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्छल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तब शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तब जय गाथा जनगण मंगल दायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे जय जय
Jai Hind. Okay. One point I want to tell is that the people who have already been doing prarthana in the class every day, we don't want to spend time on them. They have already given their audience. So therefore, we may save that time. They will tell only Pravara and Sankalpam. And remaining people, they can start with Prarthana, then Pravara, then Sankalpam. In this sequence, they can go. So it is our learning and practicing what is our Samskruti. So you please understand the way you understand, the way you take it. Okay, anything which is going out of your knowledge or something like that, we'll try to clarify. But you should have a concept of what you are understanding. That concept you have to form so that you are comfortable. So you have attended the basic course. Now you are in the advanced course. So we are looking forward for you to promote Sanatana Dharma among the followers. So keeping that in mind, what is best for the society, for us, that you have to keep in mind while you practice it. Okay? So anything which is minor glitches, just avoid and have a major goal in front of you. A lot of people are against, you all know that, against Hinduism. And also, what is Sanatana Dharma? You understand in a broader perspective. It is the Dharma being followed by our ancestors. So we are saying Sanatana, that word came up in recent times only, Sanatana, because it is going on since the creation. And Dharma is what is being followed by them. So this is a simple way to understand. Now, due to various political and power and money, for this purpose, across the world, there are many groups they have formed, and they have their own philosophies among, even in Hinduism also, that we have had sub, groups like, Vishnuites, Vaishnavites, and then Shivites, and then like that, there are many during Shankaracharya time. All those things he has seen it that we are losing our focus on dharma. So what he has done is he has four mathas, and so he took it forward and united our people. But there are many people who are, it is all, power game, politics, money. That's how the people formed various philosophy. Philosophy is to group them together so that they follow them and force them to follow. Even today, all these things are meant for that only, nothing for dharma. Now, dharma is the same for everybody. But why it is deviating is because of to achieve power and politics and money. Nothing more. So dharma is always a dharma which doesn't change for everybody in the humanity. So now why I'm telling all this thing is that they create a lot of things in our mind so that we don't get united, or we don't focus on our aim, vision of promoting Sanatana Dharma among our followers. So therefore, don't worry about those things. You think, you feel whatever is right, you take it as right, and then see the bigger vision that we have to follow the dharma being followed by, which is right from the beginning. So with this small introduction, I hope you have understood what I am trying to say. So like this, you even tomorrow also have a bigger picture. So one is your pravara. Pravara means your self-introduction. Sankalpa means your willpower. What is your will? To improve your willpower, you have sankalpa. How you do these things using Samskrutam in a proper sequence we are trying to teach. So that it is, if you follow the same language, everybody understands. Okay. So when you go to a matha or somebody like that, if you say pravara, then he understands you. In this particular, with that aim only, we are doing all these things. It is a small effort from our side. Last 2-3 years, we have not done this. We are just doing the prarthana and also requesting people to do prarthana. But now we are trying to do little more towards this end of promoting our dharma, practicing it. Once you practice, others also will practice. So with this,
Yeah.
I will try to close the recording
Just a
now.
minute. Yeah, you can close the recording. There's one point, you can close the recording. There's one point raised by Lakshmi Garu.